Could NASA have gone there to the moon to explore what they had thought was an uninhabited planet, and maybe is, but there were aliens there that were also exploring, and they met and clashed and never went back?
I know it's dark, guys, but this is definitely what looks like some kind of a ruin, or you could see a wall come there, up there, and there, and look at this, what's right beside it, guys. You're looking at buildings again on the surface of the moon, all along the outer limits. Even a remnant of a structure, or whatever it may be, kind of structure, with all these towering like objects and symmetrical domes, some even lit. A surreal world on the outskirts of our moon.
Now, say if there is industrialization of the moon and these industrial sites are causing massive plumes of smoke, we'd see probably why these structures and certain structures in the dark are looking very dark and bleak because of the haze over top of it.
Lots of things, lots of new things, and lots of new information. This is a massive crevice on the surface of the moon that is at the back side, say northeast. You could see it in the highlands going upwards. It's just this massive crevice. I showed you a couple of orbs that I had found there at the moment. But anyways, the reason why, and there's a humongous crater at the top, very, very symmetrical crater. But why am I looking at this area? Because there's an area that's a bit more yellowish or colorful than the other areas. And it's this area right here. And why is it colorful now? I'm seeing that in this stitched photo, by the way, this is why I have the edge, because I was just stitching this part, this area. But I still wanted to show you guys this photo, even though it wasn't a complete photo. It's my personal work. I do want to share it with you. There's another patch over here, yellow area here. In the yellow patches, there are, yes, structures, and lots of them. And we're seeing colors emanating here, always that purple, yellow, and now I'm seeing red. I am seeing red on the surface of the moon. Lots of red. Lots of different shapes, sizes of domes, etc. Blues. Now there's something absolutely magnificent inside of this, right here, that we're going to go see up close. And I'm going to try to show you as close as I can the terrain here. And guys, all of this back here. And even the terrain that's right here. Here it's very purple. It's so much massive wall-like areas where there are yellow walls streaking with light. It's not normal, guys. It's not natural. In no way has NASA ever talked about these strange areas. And if they aren't structures, I'll give you guys the benefit of the doubt for the ones, the disbelievers. But you are going to have to tell us, the believers, what they are. There you go. That's going to be a big problem. Trying to make us believe that structures are natural. It's going to be a lot harder than us trying to make you guys believe in these structures when we're just showing you what we're obtaining with our editing and our photos.
And let's tell me there isn't nothing there. Once you get through the atmosphere, guys, plenty of color. There's lots. And again, the blue and the yellow. That color, vibrant color, and I'm looking at it and seeing it this time without the tinted glass. If I put on the tinted glass, we will see those structures a lot clearer. Look at the surface, the terrain, what it looks like. It's so colorful. It's more colorful than here on Earth. And
people are seeing it gray. Once you start getting in close, it is not.
On NASA's website, NASA posted, yeah, NASA's the theme today, I guess. On NASA's website, they posted this photo of Earth and the Moon seen from an extremely powerful telescope that was on its way to Jupiter. And the satellite itself had the telescope on it, a powerful telescope and camera on it. And you can see that there's the Earth and there's the Moon. And I'm thinking, I'm seeing basically the same white spots that I'm seeing on other planets. So now I'm starting to wonder if some of the planets, of the unknown planets I've been seeing, including the Moon, could it be possible those hazy areas, could it be some kind of a, can I say it, a cloud formation? Here's a puff of haze, smoke, or something. Could these other colors be the gases or CO2, colorful, emanating from these industries that are making whatever they're making, if there are industries, we're assuming, of course, trying to understand the colors on the surface of the Moon and why these hazy areas or spots are on the surface. They're there. Maybe many are not getting them, but I'm getting them. They are there. So guys, seriously, have you ever heard of lunar transient phenomenons? They call them TLP. Or lunar transient phenomenon, LTP. It's actually a short-lived light or color or change in appearance of the surface of the Moon. Claims of short-lived lunar phenomena go back 1,000 years, guys, with some having been observed independently by multiple witnesses or reputable scientists. Nonetheless, the majority of transient lunar phenomenons reports are irreproducible, do not possess adequate control experiments that could be used to distinguish among alternative hypotheses to explain their origins. Unfortunately, now NASA does talk about these transient lunar phenomenons. Plato crater is one example of that burning energy that's always burning. But these colors that we are seeing, is it CO2 or is it considered, would NASA consider this a transient lunar phenomenon?
Going to go very far, my friends. Turn off the light next door so we can get some nice view of this picture. Now, I want to talk about this picture. Everyone is going to know this picture because it's half of the Moon. Plato, Iridium, Sinus Iridium, Plato crater, Mare Imbrium, everything else coming down, going up towards Aristarchus crater on the bottom. I want you guys to see this side. Underneath Sinus Iridium, in front of it if you want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can see how the craters, I hate calling them craters, are there. And these craters are also exactly the same. So we have a major problem. There's 7 or 8 meteorites of the exact same symmetrical size that smashed together within a distance of a few hundred or 1,000 miles from each other. Absolutely impossible. It definitely is not a crater in any way. These aren't, those aren't either. We're going to go see real close, but before go seeing close there, why don't we go and see this massive building complex right here by this crater. Wow. I'm amazing myself. This is a nice color photo of the Moon. I really like this photo. Look at Sinus Iridium, how
high off the surface it is that you can see the massive brick of all those buildings right there. Beautiful. These are the buildings alongside Plato Crater. And yeah, I'm going to say it. NASA, those buildings that you're going to see by Plato Crater, we all know they're buildings. I don't want to bust your bubble, and I hope that you guys don't think that we're that naive and that we're going to believe what you say if you say that there aren't craters or structures there. Beautiful. So NASA, these are structures, big building structures. So NASA, let us know when you guys go and see those buildings, who the hell made them? I mean, you guys are brave. Whew. Really brave. I salute you. These craters here are exactly the same. We're having some fun, guys. That's all we're doing, just having some fun. Very symmetrical structure that is right here with a dome alongside of it, right beside Plato Crater. You know, the crater that I showed you with all the installations inside. Oh, well, look, we can even see them here. Holy smokes. See that? We can even see them here, guys. And look, when you go out, well, you can't see it, right? It looks gray, right? Plato Crater isn't gray when you get in. It's not gray at all. And these structures here are very interesting, and so is NASA interested in it. We'll let them go up there for us, and they'll come back and tell us what kind of structures they are, right, NASA? These craters here, don't forget to check them out, NASA, because they're identical, right? And since identical craters are all situated one beside the other, there must be something. Oh, look at that. There's like a structure or something inside the crater there. Full of surprises, this moon. Never ending. Another anomaly object right there. Right by the crater, there's another anomaly object right there. See, these are square holes, guys, in the ground. They're all square holes that they added this ridge or ledge around it. That's exactly what happened. There are two, guys. You see how they're standing upwards? And when they talked about those monolithic stones that they were seeing, the astronauts, it's not at all monolithic stones. I just love to go on the surface to check for hieroglyphs. Just like in Egypt.
Notice the dark structures that are being passed off for shadows. Shadows are not symmetrically rectangular. Each of these white supposed mountain areas have a symmetrical dark structure. I got the Orion Nebula, and they say that nebulae, they do not emit in the visible part of the spectrum and wavelength. In space, we can see the same colors. If we were in space, yes, as an astronaut, if there was color, we would see color. Purple rocks, hint.
The photo as we zoom up to the top. Let's see if it looks the same. Yep. We see the same structures on the surface. See them? Those plates right there. It's a further picture, but they're right there. And look, exactly like the video I just made a couple of videos back. You see the blue colors again. Another view of the city here and all. all the massive structures. Ridiculous, eh? Look at the nice entrance at the end there. Absolutely amazing. But guess what? Now I'm getting the color inside of the city. Beautiful dome structures, perfectly symmetrical. So if we go left of Sinus Iridum, which the point is right there, on this side, it continues. More massive structures, more green surface, whether camouflage or not. It is literally over the structures. Do you see it? These are all structures, guys. Oh gosh. It is hidden. That is camo. Or growth over the buildings, of course. It's either one. But there's more structures, an even bigger city right beside Sinus Iridum. Of the craters. Look, they're the same models, different sizes, the exact same thing. Right here. The craters are the same. They're like bases. Like they added on that white just to cover up what was really underneath. Inside those holes. What is inside those holes?
Guys, is this what the aliens are doing? They're on the moon. They're looking through and rummaging through this ancient civilization and gathering all the artifacts. So NASA sent an astronaut to take a look at the terrain and stuff, and were probably warned off if they did go.